August 8, 1918. At precisely 4:20 a.m., a terrifying roar shattered the foggy morning silence over the fields of Picardy, France. Without any prior warning or the traditional days of preliminary bombardment, more than 2,000 Allied artillery pieces opened fire simultaneously. This was the opening stroke of the Battle of Amiens, a massive surprise Allied counteroffensive that would completely break the long-standing deadlock of the Western Front. Moving through the dense mist under the cover of a rolling artillery barrage came a sight that struck pure terror into the hearts of the defenders. Over 400 rumbling British and French tanks, closely flanked by thousands of Australian, Canadian, British, and French infantrymen. Overhead, hundreds of aircraft buzzed through the skies, strafing enemy positions and dropping smoke bombs to blind enemy observers. The surprise was absolute and the momentum was relentless. In a single historic day, the Allied forces smashed a hole over 11 miles wide right through the German front lines. Upon receiving the devastating reports of mass surrenders and shattered defenses, Germany's top military strategist, General Erich Ludendorff, famously called this the Black Day of the German Army. It was the critical, undeniable turning point that signaled the beginning of the end for the Central Powers and ignited the final countdown to the end of the Great War. Why the breakthrough at Amiens was so historically explosive, we must look beyond the raw numbers and analyze the profound evolution of military strategy that took place. For 4 long, grueling years, the First World War had been defined by stagnant industrial trench warfare, a nightmarish meat grinder where millions of soldiers were slaughtered charging across no man's land against barbed wire and fortified machine gun nests. Amiens changed everything. It marks the precise historical moment where the Allies successfully mastered and integrated combined arms tactics. This was a revolutionary technological and tactical shift from stagnant attrition to highly mobile, mechanized combat, the very blueprint that would define the rest of 20th century warfare. Instead of using tanks as mere slow-moving infantry supports, the Allies deployed them as an armored spearhead to punch through enemy lines. Behind them came specialized infantry units trained to bypass strongpoints and secure the flanks. Crucially, this ground assault was perfectly synchronized with the Royal Air Force and French air units, which acted as flying artillery, scouting enemy movements and attacking supply lines in real time. Even the artillery tactics evolved. Using advanced mathematical computations and sound-ranging technology, the Allies could pinpoint and neutralize German artillery batteries instantly without needing a registration shot. It was a highly sophisticated, industrialized war machine working in perfect harmony, making the old method of trench defense completely obsolete overnight.
The Battle of Amiens did not just shatter physical German trench lines, it caused a catastrophic, irreversible psychological collapse within the German military and its high command. Prior to August 8th, the German soldier had endured years of hardship with an iron discipline, holding on to the belief that victory, or at least a favorable peace treaty, was still within reach following their massive spring offensives earlier that year. Amiens violently crushed that illusion. What terrified General Ludendorff and the German High Command was not just the loss of territory, but the way the territory was lost. For the first time in the war, entire German units, completely overwhelmed by the speed of the combined arms assault, chose to surrender rather than fight to the death. More than 12,000 German soldiers were captured in the first few hours alone, and retreating troops openly jeered at arriving reinforcements, accusing them of prolonging a war that was already lost. When Ludendorff delivered his grim assessment to Kaiser Wilhelm II, stating that Germany could no longer win the war through military means, a profound wave of panic swept through Berlin. The strategic reassessment was immediate. The German High Command realized they were completely out of reserves, out of resources, and out of time. The psychological defeat suffered at Amiens fundamentally broke the political and military willpower of the empire, opening the door for the 100 Days Offensive and directly paving the path toward the armistice.
Decades after the guns fell silent on the Western Front, the legacy of the Battle of Amiens continues to be heavily studied in military academies across the globe. The brilliant tactics pioneered and executed on August 8, 1918 remain central to modern maneuver warfare concepts, acting as the grandfather of modern offensive strategy. Many military historians look at Amiens and describe it as the Blitzkrieg before the name. The German military would later study the Allied integration of tanks, speed, and close air support from Amiens, refining those exact lessons to develop their own lightning war tactics that would devastate Europe just 20 years later during the Second World War. Furthermore, Amiens proved that in an industrialized conflict, technological innovation alone is not enough. True success lies in how effectively a military can organize, communicate, and combine different technologies on the battlefield. The battle broke the cycle of bloody attrition and showed that a well-planned, rapid offensive could achieve a decisive victory with minimal casualties compared to the disasters of the Somme or Passchendaele. It set the definitive standard for how modern, high-tech industrial armies fight today.
The Battle of Amiens was far more than a tactical victory. It was a decisive, brilliant military stroke that permanently turned the tide of the First World War and eventually silenced the guns of the Great War. It serves as a powerful historical reminder of how rapidly the landscape of power can shift when technological innovation meets strategic genius on the battlefield. As we look back at the iron, steel, and smoke of August 8, 1918, we are left with a fundamental question that continues to define modern defense policies today. How do you assess the role of technological superiority versus raw human endurance in breaking the deadlock of a protracted warfare? Can advanced military hardware ever truly replace the strategic importance of troop morale, or does history show that a psychological collapse will always be the ultimate deciding factor in the defeat of an empire? We want to hear your analytical insights, historical perspectives, and thoughts on this turning point. Please share your viewpoints and join the discussion in the comments section below. If you found this comprehensive deep dive into the Battle of Amiens and the evolution of modern combined arms tactics valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll join our community for regular immersive journeys into the powerful stories, hidden political moves, and world-changing conflicts that have shaped human history. Thank you so much for watching. Keep looking back to understand the present, and we will see you in the next chapter of history.